Hey there, anybody watching this? This is example or question number 4 from the Chapter 8 assignment, and it's going to serve as a nice introduction to car loans, which is going to be our lesson 9 that we're going to do a little later in this video. But this is kind of a question where we're being asked to compare two options. I'm going to buy a new vehicle, or I'm going to lease the new vehicle. But if I lease it, I will decide that at the end of the lease to buy it outright. What's the difference between those two things? Buying it right at the beginning or leasing it then buying it. So option number 1 is to purchase, and option number 2 is to lease it first for 4 years, then purchase it. So please read the question carefully, give it a try, and we'll come back in a minute and go over it. All right, we're back. Did you give them a try? If you're still not done, by all means pause the video and come back when you're done. All right, option number 1. We have a down payment of $12,000. The car is purchased and paid for monthly for 4 years. The monthly payment is $791.21. What's the total cost of the car, first of all? Well, the total cost of the car, I guess this total cost should really almost be total price of the car. So the total price of the car is, it's got a purchase price of $46,500, but we're only paying GST. Again, maybe this is Alberta where there's no PST. So $46,500 times 1.05, right? 100% plus 5%, that gets me the price plus GST. And that gives me, oh, hang on a sec. 46,500 times 1.05 is, there we go, $48,825, right? You get that far. Now, what's the total amount that you have to borrow? Well, I'm putting down a down payment of $12,000, so $48,825 minus $12,000 is $36,825. Okay. So now, what's the monthly payment on the loan? Well, it says that the monthly payment is $791.21. Because we'll assume that the GST and PST are already in that number. And then what is the total amount paid for the car? Okay, so we're paying this for 4 years. So how many payments is 4 years? Who knows their 12 times table? 12 times 4. That's 48 payments. Plus, I paid, how much was the down payment again? $12,000 as a down payment. Woo! So, $791.21 every month for 48 months, plus the $12,000 that I put down as a down payment, is $49,978.08 to buy this car. All right, so that's if I bought it after making a down payment or trading in my car that was worth $12,000 or whatever. Now, how much does it cost me for option 2? I lease it for 4 years and then I buy it. Okay, so my lease payments are $450 per month plus GST, so that's 450 times 1.05. So 450 times 1.05 is $472.50. Okay, so there's a down payment of, what is it, $8,000. So what's the total lease payments over the 4 years? So I'm paying this every month for 4 years. So $472.50 times 48 is $22,680. So I paid this much in payments. Hang on, did I punch that right? 450 times 1.05, and then times that by 48. Yep. Okay, so I paid this, plus I paid $8,000 for down payment. Then, after 4 years, the car is purchased for $18,500. Now, again, we're assuming that over the 4 years, this person saved up this much money, so they don't have to actually finance that, in which case it would cost them even more. So I'm going to add this to $8,000 to $18,500, and that gets me $49,180, which is actually a little bit cheaper. I was wrong. It's a little bit cheaper than this option. But keep in mind, this being cheaper completely dependent on this person being able to save up this much money. Oh, hang on. I actually just I miscalculated that. I forgot to put GST on that. Hold on. Got one more calculation. Let's try that again. So $22,680 plus $8,000 plus $18,500 times 1.05. Oh, it actually is a little bit more money. $50,105. It's still close though. Not much more than this. But like I was about to say before I noticed my mistake, keep in mind this depends entirely on this much being available to that person 4 years from signing the lease, right? They have to have saved $18,500 over 4 years. If not, then there would be financing charges on that number, and then this would be even more expensive. So there we go. That kind of leads us to where we're going next. Can everybody go to their notes package? And we are going to go to Lesson 9. So this is our notes for Lesson 9 coming up here. Car loans. This is second only to credit card debt as the most common debt that people have in the world is owing money on the vehicle that they're driving. Not everybody buys a house and has a mortgage, right? Some people just rent. But most people will at some point in their life be paying for financing on a vehicle. So let's run through the notes on this, okay? So hang on a sec here. All right, first of all, we have a new formula we need. I'll stick it up top here where I have some room. So here's our new formula. The formula is monthly loan payments are equal to the loan amount divided by 1,000 times, I'm going to call this the table value. And what's the table value again? Notice the next page in your booklet is a loan schedule table. This is the, now obviously when you're buying a car at a car dealership, the salesperson you're dealing with is looking this up on their computer. In days of old, they would have just had it on a piece of paper. They might still have it on the desk on a piece of paper, and you can see for yourself how they calculate how much your payments are going to be. But every now and then somebody, when I'm teaching this, asks, well, how do they figure out this table? And that's actually really, really complicated. That would be something that you'd need a degree in actuarial math to understand. There's actually calculus involved in how they figure out what the rates and the payment schedule should be on a loan chart and a loan table. So for us, it's just something we use, and we use it according to this formula. So let's get started on this question. So there's no other notes other than that formula. So let's just do an example and we're done. Joel wishes to purchase a used car from a dealership for $12,500 after taxes. He decides to get a personal loan from his bank. Calculate the total cost to purchase the car. Okay, so first of all, the car is going to be $12,500 times GST and PST. So $12,500 times 1.12, 14,000 exactly. That works out nice. Now he has a down payment. He saved up some money. So his car that he wants to buy costs this with the taxes. He has made this much down payment, so minus 27.5. He still has to borrow from his bank $11,250. Now, if I just walked into a bank and wanted to borrow $11,250, obviously the bank might want collateral. They might want me to use equity in my home to secure my loan or get somebody to co-sign for it or something. They won't just lend you $11,000 because they like the look of your face or anything like that. But when it comes to buying a car, of course, if you stop making the payments, if you default on your payments, they can just come and take your car because it's not your car, it's theirs. You haven't finished paying for it yet. I went to a high school with a guy who actually did that for a living for about 10 years. He was a repossessor. He got to steal cars for a living. That was his job. Now, it's pretty easy compared to an actual car thief because he gets master keys for the cars that he's going to get. So he doesn't have to break into them. He has keys for every single vehicle. Yes, car dealerships have master keys for every model, make of car that they have. But that didn't mean it was an easy job. He was shot at a few times. It was pretty rough living for him. But anyway, it was lucrative. He made more money than I do. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that you can get a loan to buy a vehicle pretty much unsecured. You don't have to have, they're going to obviously want you to have a job. You have to somehow prove that you can make those payments. But you don't have to own property. You don't have to have assets that you can put up as collateral. They will give you a loan for a car because they know that you have a job and you're going to pay for it. Because if you stop paying for it, they will just take your car away. It's their car now. Anyway, this is the loan. What's this person's name again? Joel. This is the loan Joel's getting, $11,250. Now, let's calculate with our new formula how much this loan costs him. It's $11,000. How much he's borrowing, $250, how much he's borrowing, divided by 1,000 times, and now I look this, 7.5% over 4 years. I go to my chart. Don't draw on your chart. 7.5% is right here, 7.5%. Over 4 years, there's the 4, so go down, and there's my number, 24.18. You can probably now see how this chart works. Basically, all the numbers on this chart are how much every $1,000 of loan costs you. Okay, go back now to the question and to the formula. Loan amount divided by 1,000 times the table value. I just looked up the table value. It's 24.18. And yes, we give you that table on the test. So that's going to cost me $272.03 a month. All right, I'm paying for this loan for how long? 4 years. So how much did I pay for the loan? I paid 4 times 12, right? 4 years of 12 payments of $272.03. I've already punched this number. It's $13,057.44. Now, how much did he borrow again? Oh yeah, he borrowed $11,250. So how much is the finance charge? Again, you could say this is interest if you like, but a better term for it is the finance cost. So the cost of finance for this loan is $13,057.44 minus the $11,250. So I've already done this calculation. I know that it's $1,807.44. So in addition to buying the car, this is how much he's paying his bank for lending him the money to buy the car. I have a question. Well, again, the bank is not a free service, right? Banks are businesses. Their goal is to make money. So yeah, they made almost $2,000 lending you the money to buy a car. That's what's this question saying, right? Okay, so now, how much did this car cost him in total, including his down payment? So he made $13,057.44 in payments, right? We calculated that in D. Plus he put down $27,050. or $2,750, sorry, in down payments. So my grand total that this car cost me was $15,807.44 for a car that was only worth, when I bought it, $12,500. All right, your homework questions are going to be just like this one. So here, I'll stop the video. Oops, hang on, I just hit the wrong button.